Hi, Lee Phillips. It's still Lee Phillips. And I am a lawyer. Don't hold that against me. I want to talk for 2 seconds about what taxes you file when your spouse dies. First of all, don't worry about the tax crap. When your spouse dies, take the time, grieve, be with your family. Nothing has to be done immediately, okay? In the first year, you're going to file a tax return. You've normally filed married jointly. You're going to file that year married jointly. The next year, the full year after your spouse died, in the next calendar year, you're going to file probably as a qualified widow. And that is basically the same as married filing jointly. And usually married filing jointly is a little better than filing singly. You get bigger deductions and that sort of stuff, the exemptions and all of that stuff. So you like to file married jointly. You can do it the first year, the year that your spouse dies, calendar year. You can do it the next calendar year. After that, you're going to be filing single. Now, the IRS already knows that your spouse died. It was the mortgage company. It was the mortician's duty, the mortuary's duty, to tell the IRS that somebody died. We file, they file, and the Social Security number gets killed. So they know the Social Security number's dead. You just won't put your spouse's Social Security number on the taxes anymore. You're not going to use the spouse's Social Security number. Now, there is a possibility that you have to file estate taxes. The federal estate tax is high, and it goes up all the time. We're talking like $14 million right now. So you've probably not got over $14 million. If there's over $14 million for you and your spouse, then you'd better get to a tax specialist or a lawyer or somebody who knows what they're doing, because there's a lot of money on the table, guys. So if you're not near the 14 million, no federal estate tax, period. Now, there are a number of states that do have state estate taxes. And I'm just going to tell you that the blue states. If you're living in a red state, forget it. But if you're in a blue state, you need to look at it. Not all blue states have estate taxes, but about 15, 18 of them do. 20 of them do. So you're going to have to look at the limits for your state. The bottom is kind of $1.5 million, $1.6 million, somewhere in there. If you're under that much in total assets, don't worry about it. Now, wait a minute. There wasn't any tax when my spouse died. That is correct. You don't even have to file, even if there's a state estate tax. However, you should have set up a trust before so that one spouse gets the 1.6 million or the 5 million or whatever your state is, and the other spouse also gets the 5 million. That could eliminate estate taxes for the family, and these states, they hit you. So look at the state today, and if there is a tax, and if you're near that tax level, then set up a living trust. We call it an AB trust or a shelter trust, which shelters one tax credit over here, the 1.6 million or the 5 million or whatever it is, and a second one over here when the second spouse dies. So the lawyers can help you out on that. And if we're looking at 20% of $5 million, what is that? $1 million? So we got $1 million at stake. If the family has $7 million, you do nothing before the spouses die. You do nothing before, then this spouse doesn't pay any tax, but the second spouse has $7 million. They die 20 minutes later on the way to the hospital in the ambulance. They have all $7 million. And if we're at $5 million, and then it's 20% after that, then, you've got $2 million that's going to be taxed, 20%. You're looking at a couple of $100,000. So there's bigger money on the table if you've got a bigger estate. If you don't have a bigger estate, you're not going to pay any state or federal tax in the estate. Don't file anything. You don't have to worry about it. You do file the tax return married jointly, and then you file a tax return the next year as a widow. So this is Lee Phillips trying to help you out a little, kind of navigate the taxes after one spouse dies. And it's hard to lose a spouse. I've done it. I know it.